Welcome to another McMuscles Midnight Massacre Chapter 2. So last year we did a movie called Terrifier. Stars a clown named Art the Clown. Yes, thank you. This movie is not as good as that movie, and I didn't like that movie that much.
I liked a lot of things about it. Like, I thought Art himself was horrifying. Yeah, there was some bad parts of that movie, but I had always seen like, oh, he comes from this anthology.
Yeah, exactly. This is the franchise.
All Hallows Eve. There's a 2 and a 3. Like, I don't know how. I don't know in what order. Like, I don't know where Terrifier was in all of that, but like...
It's the spin-off.
Yeah.
I guess. So this is All Hallows Eve. It's 3 stories, I guess. Loosely told with a narrative device that is probably my favorite part of the movie, but we'll get to that in a second. So, little Timmy doesn't matter. Little Timmy and his
sister.
Equally horrible sister, because we don't know her name. They come home from trick-or-treating. There is a 40-year-old woman.
Not Deborah Messing.
Not Deborah Messing. You thought it was Deborah Messing.
I was convinced it was her because I had watched the trailer and I'm like, yeah, no, it's her. Like, yeah, okay, sometimes actors do bad horror movies.
And I went, why would Deborah Messing, why would Grace be in a 2013 horror movie?
With her Will and Grace money that she already has.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was convinced. I was like, no, it's her.
No,
it's her.
I was like, absolutely not.
She's in this All Hallows Eve.
So she comes up and I just go, so where's Deborah Messing? Do you see her? Because I don't. You're like, bitch, she looks like Deborah Messing. Like, she doesn't. She looks like her hair is red. I guess that's it.
Whatever.
Anyway, this 40-year-old woman is waiting in their house who's not these kids' mom.
No, she's a babysitter.
So she's a babysitter.
I got the vibe that she was not just like a regular babysitter, like she was babysitting these kids for like a sister or for a family member.
That being said, why not just have a teenage babysitter?
Some people don't trust strangers, they want their family to be.
No, in a movie, why? What narrative device?
So Deborah Messing could get work!
It's not. So, and it just puts me off. I'm like, why is this 40-year-old, like, did you not have anything else going on fucking Halloween, girl?
What are you supposed to do, go trick-or-treating?
A swingers party? Okay. Furries? Hello?
Mama, I don't know, okay?
Hello?
She just was doing a favor.
It annoyed me.
Okay.
So it annoyed me.
So stupid.
Very stupid, but it annoyed me. I'm like, why? Anyway, because you see so many horror movies, and there's a thing that's changed that actively doesn't like alter the movie or make it better. Why did you change it? This shit wasn't broke.
Change what? What are you talking about?
Not having a teenager babysitter instead of 40-year-old Deborah Messing.
Okay, well,
anyway. So, hey, Timmy says, I have a creepy videotape that some guy gave me.
Yeah, he found it in his trick-or-treat bag.
Yeah.
A VHS tape. And then I was just like, oh, we'll just pop it into the VHS player that we just have in the living room. That's a totally normal thing for people to have.
Oh, sorry, that's not weird?
That's way weirder than an older lady babysitting.
Yeah, no, it's just, it's the same level.
Ways.
Anyways.
No, we skipped over the most baffling part of this initial interaction.
Not skipped over, but it's around the same time period, but
so the kids are back from trick-or-treating that they went to with their babysitter, with Deborah, okay?
Yeah.
They're looking through the candy. And she's like, guys, it's getting late. You're gonna have to go to bed soon. We have to carve the pumpkin.
At 11.
She said it was 11 p.m. Why in God's name would you carve a pumpkin at 11 p.m. after you've trick-or-treated? C'est quoi la logique?
Like, either eat your candy or go to bed.
Who the fuck gives a shit about carving a pumpkin post-Halloween?
It's over.
I don't know. It wasn't bad. We were looking at each other and we're like, wait, no, what is happening? Rewind. I'm already confused.
I was like, is this the future of movies? Just having all this, like, stupid shit that just, like, doesn't matter?
Let's put this VHS tape in again.
Wait, hold on. We're gonna turn it off, little Timmy and little sister, if it's too intense.
Yeah.
I'm laying down the ground rules. Because they wouldn't shut up. He wouldn't shut up because Timmy's the worst.
Yeah, right? Timmy was like, you better let me do it. I'm just gonna, like, do it. I'm gonna drag you into it.
My parents will let me watch it tomorrow. And she's like, fuck
okay, so watch it tomorrow. And he's like, no, I want to do it now. Okay. So she sends him in the, like, doorway. She's like, okay, let me check it out. Make sure it's not, like, a bunch of dicks off the bat, you know? Just, like, dicks in the face.
Dick Palooza.
You know? Like, with people with costumes, like, little dicks have little
hollow dicks.
costumes.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they're in the doorway and she's watching it, and it starts off just a scene of a girl in like a bus station to Nowheresville, or what was it called? Realmsville.
Yeah.
So like she's watching it for a bit, and she kind of goes, oh, and they're like, oh, we're coming out of the doorway. And they're just like, no, we're coming. They just bust in. So she's like, okay, well, if it gets too intense, we'll turn it off.
Yeah.
So that's where we're
So
at.
they start watching it, and the first little bit is, we don't have to go into detail on the individual stories, we'll just talk about the likes and dislikes, but just as a setup, like, because with the narrative device of the kids and the babysitter, what proceeds is a woman is harassed by a clown at a bus station, or a train station, whatever. She then gets suddenly like knocked out or whatever. She wakes up chained in like a tunnel of the train subway station. It was unclear. There's two other girls that are chained. They argue. One of them gets pulled into the darkness.
Yeah.
The girls also say, "Oh, another girl previously got killed," and it cuts to little Timmy just looking like, "Oh, so fun."
He loves it.
And then it proceeds to be like a couple of there's a pregnant woman involved at later point in this short story. Murders are involved.
Yeah.
The stripping of clothes is involved.
Ritual sacrifice.
Cuts to the babysitter just.
This is fine. At least the kids will shut up.
Little Timmy, who's probably really into the Joker movie, is looking at this as well, just going, "Yeah, I love it." Super bad.
No, like I said, to be fair, I'd probably let them watch it too.
No, you wouldn't have. What they show in that? Anyway.
If they're quiet.
It's, again, I have no problem with this as the movie, but am I supposed to believe this 40-year-old babysitter who just, if she was like I don't give a fuck, had a glass of wine in every scene.
Well, she did later. She puts them to bed.
Then I don't give a fuck, and like she just didn't care. She just wanted to get paid or doing a favor to whoever was in the house, the parents. Then fine. But she clearly laid down a ground rules telling them, get to bed, brush your teeth.
Carve the pumpkin.
But then the lapses of logic in here, she's like, yeah, watch this horrific scene.
Well, did you hear Timmy how annoying he was? He wanted to do it, she was gonna,
Okay, but he said yes to, if it gets too intense, I'm gonna turn it off. He's like, yeah, okay, whatever.
They say whatever to get you to do stuff.
True.
That's what kids do.
Thus, she just sends him to bed. And
Did she send them to bed after the first one?
I think
I'm pretty
so.
sure. I don't know if they get to watch the second one.
I think she hears a bump or she sees something weird in the house, but then she's like, whatever. She calls her friend. She's like, yo, this sucks. And then she's like, I know, bro. Then she just watches the other thing on the tape.
The second one.
Because she's bored.
Okay, so, first of all,
Yeah.
as a dislike, we're all over the place. Art was in the first short, and hey, you could tell his makeup is way shittier. It's the same actor. His costume's a bit shittier. He still has his tote bag, which is a garbage bag.
Yeah.
With his little tricks in there. So he wasn't as scary. He had some of the same sort of facial expressions, but like you didn't really see like the contortionism and like all that stuff.
The movie was also shot in like a cheaper looking way where like you didn't get the detail on his face too much.
Exactly.
It just kind of looked a little blurrier.
So the babysitter scenes looked better. There was a different quality of video.
Yeah,
between the two, right? To make it seem like a shitty, VHS. Again, baffling why this family just has their VHS.
I don't know. Whatever. Like
hooked up.
It'd be one thing if they went and dusted it off.
Oh, I have one in the basement.
Yeah, fine. But again, the movie doesn't have time for that.
Anyways, so we're just gonna skip over the second one.
Yeah.
Because it's not good.
And it has nothing to do with anything.
Not really.
The third one, though.
There's a costume in there that is so bad that at first I'm like, is this a gag costume or is this actually supposed to be this? And I was like,
also,
it was unclear, but I think it was supposed to be.
We have to clarify because this is also a bit confusing. We'll in a second, but the movie that they're watching is shot like a movie. It's not shot like first person, like stuff like VHS or other similar anthologies. So I'm like, oh, you're watching a movie with paid actors in it because there's a cameraman clearly holding a camera in it, and the people are not reacting to the cameraman.
Yeah.
So these women that get killed in the first scene, they didn't actually get killed.
Okay.
Because they're being shot like they're in a movie.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, this is really confusing. Why wasn't this shoehorned to be found footage? Because then I can at least believe that these are real stories.
I don't think anyone cared enough.
Yeah.
I think like maybe in the second and third one of these, maybe they like figured it out a little bit, but they were just like, we have this short and we're gonna film it, and it's gonna be filmed as if we're filming it, and that's it. And here's an alien.
Yeah, the second one, the costume is an alien. It's someone literally with like a gray alien mask on.
So bad.
But it was like an alien with an alien mask on.
It was so confusing.
This thing looked like it had just stolen like Mulder's sister or whatever. It was so generic. It was just a little gray alien. But it was like a buff guy body, and he had all these tubes. I had no idea what they were going for at this point.
And then this woman, he's terrifying a woman in the house because there's a meteor. And the woman keeps calling her husband or whatever, and he's like, I'm almost there, and then he was never there, and then... dude, it was just...
She's like, oh, there's
whatever.
There's a weird noise, a comet hit the house, and he's like, whatever, just calm down, call the police. And she's like, I can't get through to the police. It just says, sorry, your number could not be placed. Like, what the fuck? Go to a neighbor's house, use their phone. But no, she just doesn't. So this weird guy from Spirit of Halloween in a Spirit of Halloween costume just kind of attacks her.
Okay, well,
whatever.
Anyways, you could have a low budget and still have something clever, but that's not the case with this.
It was not clever. So the third one,
she's still watching at the babysitter, and then like there's some like noises here and there
in the house,
and they're like, oh, weren't you just up here? Oh, Timmy, stop fucking around, blah blah, and just like whatever. You know, the girl was scared, so she goes to sleep with Timmy in the bed, whatever. Shocking, because the babysitter let you watch a fucking stuff film.
Girl sister.
But whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways, so the third one is...
It's like girl in a car, and she just stops at like she just stops in a gas station for gas, and Art is there. It's so weird that he's in the first and he's in the second, but had nothing to do... first in the first, but had nothing to do in the second.
No, he's like, there's a picture of him in the second one. Big reveal.
Oh.
But, no, he does his, like, the girl's in the gas station, and she's like, is anyone around? And there's a guy kicking Art out, screaming at him.
Seriously, you think this is funny? You think you just piss all over the place and smear your shit on the walls? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Because he does his trademark.
Smear his poop inside fucking bathrooms. That's his big thing.
That's his big move.
That's his move.
Even from the Terrifier, he just likes to go to a pizza shop, take a wild shit, and smear it all over the room. And you know what? There are fucking people in the world who do that stuff.
Sure.
Like, on purpose.
Like, I'm glad you're passionate about something, but like... It was just like, this is what that's not cool or scary. It's not anything. It's just like, what the fuck's wrong with you? It's like edgy.
Edgy clown humor. I don't fucking know. Anyway, so he's getting butthurt because he's getting kicked out, and then wild, nonsensical chase.
He just chases this girl all over the place. She drives away. She stops the car. He chases her into like some type of like outhouse or whatever.
She takes a nap.
A farm. And then she kind of like kicks. This will lead into like my thing that I dislike about this, and everything with Art the Clown in general, is that she has a kind of an altercation with him, a fight in like a farmhouse or whatever. Gives like basically like pokes out his eye with like a knife, but it doesn't stop Art. He can perform really meticulous things later on with having no depth perception and like be able to be okay with the damage to like a destroyed eye, because there's no rules to Art. He just beats you no matter what you do. He's invincible. You can in Terrifier, how many people stabbed him? The entire city, I believe. Everyone got a piece of Art, but it's fine. I hate
a clown down.
I hate slashers / any type of scary character that has no rules. Having no rules means you're not scary to me.
Because you can never win.
There's nothing, so there's no tension.
Yeah, because he'll always win.
So I hated the third one too. Less than the second one.
Well, okay, there's a tie-in, right? Because she does use the phone, the girl who's being chased, and she calls and she's like, I'm on the highway 12, blah blah blue blue.
Please save me, whatever.
But she like goes in the guy's car, so all kinds of shit happens. So then we get back to the babysitter land.
Yeah.
And
Deborah Messing
realizes, you know, there was someone in the house. It is Art, shocker. He does kill the kids, which, you know, she should thank him, because now she doesn't have to keep babysitting.
Send them.
But
she gets a phone call.
She gets a phone call, and it's the madame from the third one. She just picks up, she's like, hello, she's like, I'm on the 12th whatever.
The 12th
Street.
12th
Highway
Street.
12, exit 12.
Art-
Anyway,
Art
so like
Street.
I appreciated that tie-in, and I think like that's our one like of the movie. So as we've narrated this whole movie to you, it was to actually point out individual dislikes. But I mean, as for likes, what do I got here? Oh, babysitter scenes so bad that they were funny.
Yeah, they were almost the rude levels of cringe.
And the phone call. That's it.
So that was All Hallows Eve.
And then the last shot, they try and pull a creepy crawly. They try and pull a Sadako. They try and pull the ring.
Yeah, Art just comes out
like,
of the VHS tape.
Because he's in like the better definition, and you're like, you know where this is going.
Which
like,
makes
he's in a
no
room and he
fucking
looks,
sense.
And he comes out, and then he attacks her.
Because the movie wasn't shot like it's like when Sadako comes out of the well. That's a camera placed at the thing, and the movie is more of a metaphysical, like the weird things that you would see in the Ring movies, like the creepy crawlies and like the ladders and the weird stuff. Those were like flashes of images, but this is just like, no, do you want to be an anthology movie? Do you want to be like an actual movie with no anthology thing? You can't be all of them, but it tried to, and it did it all kind of sloppily. That's why Art the Clown got spun off into its own thing, where it's like, this guy doesn't need all this shit around him. Just have him kill people.
I'm curious to see if he's in the other two.
I don't know. When I looked it
I
up,
don't know
I
anything
couldn't
about
see
the other
it.
two. But like, let us know. Do they get better? Does part 2 and 3 of All Hallows Eve get better?
Is it anything? I don't know.
I don't know. At least we got Art from this, and they saw the potential there, and then they made Terrifier, which was, I think there's probably a Terrifier 2 also.
Not yet though. But
I feel like there's gonna be one.
I think they're supposed to be making one. They haven't done it yet. But the problem with Art the Clown is that the more I see him, the less anything he is, because there are no rules. All I know is that he's gonna like cut people up and shit all over the place, which is not a cool thing. I'm sorry, but that's All Hallows Eve. Please let us know if they get any better. Maybe we'll do them in a future Massacre. I don't know. Not this one.
We'll have one every year.
Yeah, unfortunately. So that's another McMuscles Midnight Massacre in the bag, and we'll see you tomorrow.
In the garbage bag.
Yeah, don't smear shit on your walls.
Honk honk.